Hello everybody, welcome back to LaTasha Hewitt Homes, and as promised, this is our special edition of the deck edition for our home. We're going to take you through this whole process of what it's like to add a deck. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about in part one is purpose. It's going to be a bunch of P's in this episode. Purpose. Why do we even want a deck, right? So as a real estate agent, I know that one of the things that you can do to add value to your home is to create more living space. And in this case, it's more outdoor living space. But aside from that, our family wants to enjoy more time outside. Right now, we're kind of gated in. We can't even go out there because it's kind of a barricade here waiting for a deck to come. And not only did we want to add value to our home, we wanted to add value to our lives. You know, our neighbors, they have their pool, they're always out there having a great time. And pretty much the only time our family has been out there is when Amara did that make you laugh challenge with all of us. And we wanted to change all of that. So that's why we decided to build a deck. Okay, so the next P we're going to talk about is process. It's one thing to have an idea that you want to build a deck. It's another to actually go through the process of getting it done. And that's the step I really was not as prepared for. Well, you know, I enjoyed different contractors coming out and giving us quotes, but when they started to range from like $16,000 to $26,000, we were like, maybe we should wait on this project. But we decided to push forward, and we ended up using an independent contractor that we had used previously to paint our home. So that was kind of cool, the process of going through the quotes and then deciding what it is we wanted in a deck. For us, we decided we wanted a 19 by 19 foot deck. We wanted to have a lot of space to entertain, and so once we had that solidified, there was still another step. So we've decided on our purpose, we gone over the process of getting quotes and whatnot, and then we realized even though we own our home, we're still part of an association. We have to get permission to build this deck, right? Such an annoying process, I have to say. I'm not really one for paperwork, but we had to get permission from our association, and that involved not just requesting permission, you have to provide plans and scope and scale and making sure you're within your property lines and all of that great stuff. And just when we thought, okay, we got it, we realized then we needed to get a permit from the township, which then they told us that they needed permission from the association first, and the association told us they needed the permit first. Well, eventually we got it all sorted out, and I was so happy when finally, $200 and some later, we were able to have our permit to build. I have to say, that was probably the most annoying process so far regarding this deck, just getting permission and the permit to do it. But we have it now, and we're really excited, and so we're ready to start building the deck.
All right, everybody, so we're in the backyard, and part of the first process after getting some materials was to dig the hole. So according to guidelines, it has to be at least 6 inches below the frost line. The funny thing is that initially Andre had told Carlos 2 feet, and that was just something we were guesstimating, realizing that really doesn't need to be that deep to be studied because, you know, our deck is pretty low, it's pretty close to the ground. So Carlos, following our instructions, of course, dug a 24 inch. See that? It's really deep down there. But for the rest of them, they don't need to be quite that far down. But of course, further down they are, and with the cement, the more sturdy it is. And of course, you can't go wrong that way. But this is all part of the initial phase of building the deck. So we're going to have 9 holes in all, and those will be filled with post and cement. Okay, so Carlos, Andre is talking to him. We're excited, you know, because once the foundation is strong, then we know that the rest of the process should be pretty simple. So we'll find out.
All right, guys, that wraps up part one of the Hewitt deck edition. We're so excited about this whole process, and we can't wait to show you the materials we purchased and some of the other plans we have going on in phase 1 of the project. So check out next episode when it comes up. And if you want to do that, you have to subscribe so you'll be notified, and don't forget to like and share with others. All right, we'll see what happens next. Let's see how this deck project is gonna go. I'm praying it goes well. All right, check you later. All right, we'll see you guys next time on LaTasha Hewitt Homes.